Good morning, listeners, and good morning, wrestling. You're here on July 24th, 2017, the day after Battleground, and you've made it to Good Morning Wrestling. You're here with The Slew and...
Charles X!
Charles, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
It's a great day. We just watched Battleground. It was very enjoyable, I thought.
It was long.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like a pretty long show.
Well, I mean, that's just, that don't have to do with circumstance. We just worked all night we worked third shift, so.
Yeah, we worked all night and got home and watched it. But still, it just felt like a long show. The matches felt long. But yes, it was good. Quite a few good matches. I don't really think any of the matches weren't good. No,
yeah,
I don't think any of them weren't good, actually. They're all pretty good matches.
Oh, yeah. I thought there was a lot of good quality on the show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good quality matches.
Can't argue with that. First off, though, it took us 8 minutes to get past all of the beginning bullcrap. So that was a bit lame. Yeah. I mean...
Between video packages and everything, entrances from the New Day and Usos, which took they didn't even talk, but it just felt like they took forever to get to wrestling.
Yeah.
Like 8 minutes, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not too long. Maybe I was just being picky about it when I said that, but...
That's a pretty long setup to have no one talk at all.
Yeah. Just a lot. The video package at the beginning went on longer than I thought it should have. There was an obvious part where I thought it was going to stop, and then it was like, and Battleground, keeping it going. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was over.
Essentially just restating the same things that they had just said.
Yeah.
Pointless. But, after the 8 minutes was up, and everybody was settled in the ring, a good match came, The first match of the night, New Day versus Usos, was very good. Very good match.
It was.
I'm not going to say I'm surprised, because I guess that's somewhat of a bash, but it was a lot better than I was expecting.
I would say that I'm surprised, but not that they had a good match. That it was possibly the best match on the show.
It was possibly the best match of the night.
I enjoyed a couple other ones, but I thought that was really good. But it was, like you said, it felt like a long show. Maybe that had something to do with that. Because that was the first match right off the top.
Yeah, but at the same time, that usually would make you forget about the first match, not make the first match the best.
Yeah.
So, if anything, that makes it a stronger point. But I just thought it was really good. They made, first off, they had Woods and Kofi in it, instead of Big E didn't even fight. And I think that the reason is, spoilers to about 2 minutes in the future from now, the New Day wins, and it seems as though they're wanting to make Xavier look quite a bit stronger.
Yeah, it's weird that they, moving towards SummerSlam, having a title change at the pay-per-view before always seems weird. Like, you always think maybe they're going to have more build-up, and then they finally win at SummerSlam. But that's not the case. They're going into SummerSlam as the champs, I imagine, unless they lose them on SmackDown.
No, I doubt it.
That's good. It could happen.
I'd say that
because then they'd be the longest. They'd have the longest reigning title reign and the shortest SmackDown title reign.
Well, that's true, but that would be
not necessarily. That's the main reason why I think it could happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the New Day will probably hold on to the titles for quite a while. They're one of the better tag teams. Kofi was hurt, so they're out for a while. If anything, the Usos could be looked at as perhaps placeholders that got over, or not got over, but they fell hard into that gimmick that they're running, and they're still doing well. It's not as though they fell off. That was a great match by the Usos as well.
Yeah, it was really good.
One of the better performances I've ever seen the Usos put on, I'd say.
They made Xavier Woods look like he was just unbeatable,
Superman.
Unstoppable, and that's good to an extent. But there's more parts in that match where I thought it was over, and where I couldn't believe that it kept going. There was more of those moments in that match than I think any other match.
Yeah, there was that point where Woods got hit with that, I don't know what you call it, a Super Samoan drop.
Yeah, I thought it was done with
throw into a Samoan drop,
yeah,
whatever.
And he had just done the Fireman's carry
into the
ran into the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know the real name of it, but that's what I'm going to call
Might
it.
not have a name. I don't see it done too often. And then he kicked out, and that was very surprising to us.
Yeah.
And then Kofi did that, what did you call it, a starfish?
I didn't call it that.
I mean, I'm sure you heard it from somewhere. What'd you call it?
I think they called it, I don't know what. I don't think I
star?
said anything.
You called it something, the thing where
Falling
Kofi...
Star, that's what I called it.
The thing where Kofi jumped off backwards?
Yeah, if I called it anything, it was Falling Star. I don't remember.
That makes sense. I didn't know. I don't know why starfish came to my mind.
They called it like Byron said something like trust fall, though.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That's exactly what it is.
So I don't know if that's the name that they're going for or not. But
I've seen it done other places. I assume that's not the name that it's called normally. Other countries. But he did that, and they called him, and they power bombed him, and he was out for a while, and then he came back in, and then...
Yeah, that was a big heat spot. Made the Usos really look like dastardly fellows. Because they really fucking slammed Kofi on the outside. Yeah. Kofi, and he did the right sell. He was out for a long time. That's the way it should have been. While he was out selling the fuck out of this move, Xavier Woods is in the ring, kicking out of everything.
Yeah,
kicking out of when he kicked out of the super kick from the dive.
Yeah, he dove.
I thought it was over there too.
Yeah, because it's like you'd imagine that anybody getting kicked in the face by anybody in that spot is gonna lose. But at the same time,
now that
not
I think
too much
of
of a finishing thing.
All three of the times where I was like, "What?" They kicked out. It was all New Day kicking out.
Yeah,
because Kofi was kicking out. He kicked out of their finish, the super kick and the dive.
Yeah,
and I couldn't believe that either. My gosh, what a match though!
I couldn't believe that they won. To be honest with you, I thought the Usos were going to win, and I was saying that all the way up until the very end of the match. I was saying
I'd literally predicted that the Usos would just use twin magic by taking off a hoodie and there being the same shirt underneath. That's all I thought would happen.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to happen too, because you had said it, and later on in the match, I kind of started to see it because he tagged in a guy, and the guy got hurt real quick, and it was the guy in the hoodie, and I was like, this is when it's going to happen. And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
What happened, and it was a good match. Very enjoyable. Started the night off well.
I hope if they have another match like this at SummerSlam, that's fine by me. Because that was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Hell yeah.
Great job, boys.
Well, after that one, we jump on over to another very good match. Shinsuke versus Nakamura.
Yeah, I saw that. Shinsuke and Nakamura.
Shinsuke versus Baron
also
Corbin.
Also known as Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
You know what?
That was a good match.
Another really freaking good match.
Oh yeah, it was.
Right from the start of the show, we have two awesome matches. Like you said whenever Shinsuke came out, might have been the loudest reaction for Shinsuke
since other than the debut.
Well, I mean,
which is obvious, I guess. But yeah, I thought.
But it was a Philadelphia crowd.
You just hardly even hear anybody chant for the guy. It's ridiculous. I say every single week when we're watching wrestling that I would be chanting for him the whole show, which I guess I am because I'm saying that throughout the show.
Yeah, but you can't condemn the fact that he's not getting cheered for during other people's segments, though.
No, I can.
Because, I mean, that's not... When someone else is out there... Yeah, and you would think... It's like, for that, the fans just all really have to come together.
Yeah, I know.
Just like the Daniel Bryan thing. Because for no real reason did they come behind Daniel Bryan.
Well,
awesome worker, yeah. But for no real reason. They just all really liked the guy. Yeah. That was it. And so Shinsuke needs to be that relatable to the fans.
Well, the first way that I phrased it was if there was a crowd full of people that were like-minded to me, then it would happen. Okay. But, not going to happen. Shinsuke's not going to get over that way. We'll see how he does get over. He is over, I guess. I'd say he's over. He's not over. Yet he still hasn't lost.
Oh, has he not?
No.
Because I seem to remember a certain Samoa Joe beating him.
No, I mean he hasn't lost since he went to the main roster.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you do.
I'm being an asshole.
But it was a really good match. Baron Corbin coming around very strongly as he has been in the past couple months, getting into his heel skin. yelling at the crowd, telling the dummies to shut up.
Yeah.
Selling.
Dummies is a weird word.
Selling well.
But I dig it.
Hitting hard.
It was a good match. Pretty back and forth.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Not too much story other than just hard hitting, really.
Towards the end, the finish was Baron seemed pretty much knocked out, and Shinsuke was waiting on the Kinshasa, but since Corbin was out, he wasn't getting up. He goes to pick him up to go for the reverse exploder.
Mm-hmm.
And
on the big man.
And a low blow causing the end of the match. Right in front of the ref's eyes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, moving on. I really like that. I really like that finish for them. Because Shinsuke didn't get a loss, and neither did Baron Corbin.
Yeah, because they really shouldn't have Baron Corbin just losing clean and holding the money in the bank.
Everybody, I mean.
Yeah, you can't just lose and lose and lose and lose. Because, I mean...
It worked for Jinder. It's not going to work for him.
He did win the Money in the Bank match, but other than that, he's pretty much lost everything else.
Yeah, for the most part. So that was a good finish. Yep. I really thought he'd cash in, but he did not do that because of a crazy turn of events.
Yeah.
We'll cover that later, but he did not cash in.
Would have been a great feat.
Great feat. Yeah, that's true.
If he had done it.
Great feet, like Peggy Hill. Great feet.
Yeah, you could say that. She did have big ones.
Yeah.
And speaking of ladies with big ones, we're moving on to the women's match. And it was a big one. As in size. Because there was a lot of women in it.
You're right. I was watching it. I was having a good old time.
Oh, wow.
I've used that quite a few times.
Yeah, I know.
And I always use it at this opportune moment.
It's sometimes...
People are going to catch on.
Yeah, it's weird, but whatever.
A good old time. It's funny because I'm never having a good old time.
Yeah.
Like,
never?
I'm doing the quotations with my hands. The good old time that I'm referring to, never doing that watching wrestling.
Okay, I get it.
Except for during Rusev matches.
I never got it until now. I never got it. I didn't know it was that, but now I do.
It's that. It's whacking it.
What?
Oh, shit.
I still didn't get it until now, then, I guess.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
The ladies, they were fighting. They were out there. There was a bunch of them. Tamina, Becky, Charlotte, who's that other one? Natalia.
The one who
Lana.
won. Who's the other one is the
Lana.
one who won. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, Natalia pulled it out.
Oh, man. You're just throwing out all these freaking slings.
She,
You sick pervert.
according to Tom Phillips, I believe he said that she either tied or broke the record.
I think she said,
one away.
One away.
One away? Did he say one away before the match or during the match?
I don't know. It was
either way.
It was during the entrances because that's when I was like, I'm going to take a piss. It's not because it's the women. It's because it's the entrances.
Yeah, he said that, and I was like,
I did clear that up.
I just wrote sexist on a piece of paper, and I just...
You wrote sexy with an I, and then I added the ST. That's right.
Okay.
I added the ST.
Anyway, she's going to break Trish Stratus's record for pay-per-views, fought at...
I didn't really add the ST.
He didn't. He had the STD.
And she's going to tie or break that at SummerSlam then, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And
in a losing effort to fucking Naomi.
Which is
with
awful.
That goddamn light bright fucking title.
Yeah, she defaced it.
Defaced it.
I hate that title. I hate that title, and I very much don't care for her run. The last 2 matches she's had have been against the newest female wrestler in the WWE. And she's won both of them. But there's literally Natalia, Becky, and Charlotte are all 3 better than Naomi.
Oh, yeah. And Carmella.
And Carmella.
That's right. As a character?
I would say, though, that Becky...
I mean, they have just
as a character,
good of matches
yes.
as each other.
As a character, yes. But I'm saying, like, yes, you're absolutely correct. But athletically, Natalia, Becky, and Charlotte are just as equal as Naomi. And they can talk better. Maybe not Natalia. Which is weird because it's Natalia versus Naomi. And the first thing you said was, oh boy, because we're going to have to listen to these 2 talk back and forth. Oh my God, it's going to be awful. It's going to be all about glowing and cats.
Yep, exactly.
That's literally it. Glowing and cats.
A lot of saying you're going to snatch someone bald.
Oh my God. I'm going to snatch you bald and I'm going to make your head glow.
I don't think anything makes me cringe in wrestling that much. as when she says she's going to snatch someone bald. Oh my God, does that make me cringe? I hate it. Ooh, I hate it.
It sounds pretty ignorant.
Snatch you bald.
Sounds pretty ignorant, but whatever. Let her say whatever she wants. Ain't nobody got
time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for it.
That's the kind of catchphrases I like.
That's very similar to the one that you just said you didn't like.
Yeah, I know.
What is the next one?
I can't remember what hers was. Anyway.
Catch me outside, how about that?
No, God. Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
How about that?
I can't believe you just
outside.
said that on Good Morning Wrestling.
What do you mean?
You just brought up that fucking
I just brought up one of the biggest heels in the world? Yeah, I did. Okay. She's doing her job. I'm just kidding, okay. I'm just kidding. But Natalya won. Who'd she end up pinning? For the win, was it Charlotte or Becky?
I mean, several people.
Is it? I thought it was an elimination. I miscalculated that badly.
It was an elimination.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then who'd she pin for the win?
Got beat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You did say for the win.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Charlotte, that's who it was. I was like,
with
what?
With like a roll-up, bashing Charlotte's head into the bottom turnbuckle.
Sounds effective, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's effective, yeah, but it's pretty innovative.
Yeah. I
don't know about how impactful it looked. I saw 3 spots in the fucking Uso and Xavier Woods, and I don't know why I just said Usos and Xavier Woods.
Yeah, Usos versus Xavier Woods, because that's essentially what it was. But
there's some more spots than that I thought wouldn't get kicked out of than that.
Yeah, than that move alone. But, whatever. Natalya, it's not as though Natalya doesn't deserve it. She definitely, she's paid her dues.
There's that word, deserve.
Yeah.
Cena's right. When I saw that thing, and I'm like, I don't want you to think I'm just saying that. I have to give Cena a shout out to that. Because the other day when we watched that thing where she was like, God, I hate the word deserve.
But it's different when you're not the person. Like, for her to say she deserves
it. Because he's the only one who
people say he gets shit because he... Well, I'm saying she deserves it because she works hard. I'm not saying she just deserves it. She deserves it for a reason.
I guess she works hard.
I think she does.
She must be in the fucking...
I think they all work hard. So that's the way I see it. I've had that philosophy of I think that everyone in the WWE should have just as much of a shot at any title, or else why would they be there?
How much more over do you think she is now than she was 3 years ago?
Yeah, I don't think that she is that over.
Then you think she'd be working hard at trying to change things. It's like the same shtick as 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you also don't fully know how much of that she's in charge of.
I don't.
So, she could be just trying as hard as she could with what she has.
Well, that's not for me to say.
No.
I don't know what's back there.
Well, then maybe she doesn't deserve it.
You can say that for anything.
I'm just saying, she definitely works hard.
Okay. I guess so.
So her being at SmackDown and traveling with a wrestling company and wrestling every Thursday is not working hard.
Okay, but you're saying she deserves it because she does that.
Yeah.
And so does every other person.
Yeah, I just made that point. That was my exact point.
Okay, Bob.
So everyone deserves... Yeah, they all deserve it. That's why they're there.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't be there unless they were unless they were title contenders, in my eyes. It doesn't make sense why you would be in wrestling if you didn't have a chance at a title.
I see your point. That is good, and WWE does get the top competition, but I don't know. We'll move on.
Okay, we can move on then. You think that what I'm saying is funny with your chuckle, ha ha, Charles X.
I can't. Okay, say it again. I can't remember what we were talking about. That's why I'm saying move on. Because I'm high and I can't remember what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
No, we were just talking to... I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying. I'm off... In my head, it's not as big of a deal, I guess.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
The deserving thing. That's what it was. Deserving thing. Everybody deserves everything in the WWE. You're right.
Yeah.
Everybody should be all the champs at the same time.
But you're being so facetious towards my point.
All of them are trying to get more over.
You're just going against it just to go against it.
I'm going against it. But I said that from the start. Not just because they're doing the traveling. Yeah, they're all working hard. But it's not like she is the only one traveling. That makes no sense.
Yeah, but they can't all fight for the title. So if Charlotte had won, I'd say she deserves it. If Becky had won, I'd say she deserves it.
Okay, then say it for the right reasons. Naomi deserves the title for traveling, but Naomi doesn't have the best matches. So she doesn't really deserve the belt. Natalya doesn't really have the... Well, she might have the best matches. Out of all the ladies,
but I
technically
just said
she's one of the
hard.
best.
You're looking at all around and stuff.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can't say everyone deserves a belt, or everyone deserves their shot.
Yeah.
Or everyone deserves this, or everyone deserves that, because they don't. If you're staying stagnant in a role and you're not getting over in it, who's to say you deserve it? Because you're not working hard. You're not developing your character.
But how are they supposed to know how you can do without giving you a shot and a push?
Okay.
Because a lot of times why you're stagnant is because you're not getting a push.
Well, then let's see how it goes.
It's a very fine line to walk.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean...
It could go either way.
I'm not even...
saying someone deserves it because of the travel, absolutely.
But I didn't say that.
Then you're saying
you dwindled
independent
down
wrestlers
to that.
also
I just said
deserve
hard work. I said for working hard.
All right, well, let's move on.
Okay. Next, we got Owens and Styles. And that was a very good match.
Two guys who deserve the title because they travel. I had to do it. But it was a good match.
It was a good match. I liked it.
Also, one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah, they were all good matches.
If
so it's
not
really
the best.
hard to say which one was the best.
Personally, I like the Usos and New Day. But Owens and Styles told a big story. That's not done yet, you know.
Yeah.
That feud's going to keep going, I imagine. And I kind of wanted it to end, I'll be honest. I wanted Styles to just fight Nakamura at SummerSlam and Owens to get interfered by Jericho. But that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean,
things don't always go my way.
Pretty specific. Pretty specific building there.
Hey,
but yes, that would have been entertaining. You're right. Definitely would have been entertaining. But I mean, I don't know what's going to... I'd say, sadly, it seems as though almost every one of the Shinsuke match seems like it's going to continue going. Every match seems like it's going to continue. Every match seems like there's going to be a rematch, other than the women's.
Yeah.
Because the Usos deserve a rematch. Styles deserves a rematch. Randy's probably going to fight again because of what happened. I don't know about...
I don't think Randy should get a rematch.
Bennett. Yeah, but there was... yes,
if
you're
anything,
right.
I think Bennett and Sammy have a far better shot of getting another match than Jinder and Randy.
I guess you're right,
because they're 50-50 now. They got to fight one more. Randy and Jinder should just be over. I'd like to see Jinder move on to something else.
Well, you don't think that the ending of that match kind of made it to where it shouldn't be over?
I guess it shouldn't, but the length of the feud, I think it's just... I'd like to see Jinder feud with someone else.
Yeah.
But... You know, it's pretty personal between the two.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Yeah, he called out the big guns, but we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's way later.
Yeah, there's a couple matches in the future.
Kevin Owens and Styles, a very back and forth match.
It was great.
Owens got his nose busted up. He was bleeding a little bit. Yeah, he took Styles to Headlock City, Chinlock City.
Ref was knocked out for a minute, and they were going back and forth in submissions. That was weird.
Yeah, that's when I thought. That's when I thought my whole grand scheme of Jericho coming out was coming to fruition. Mm-hmm. But it didn't. It really didn't. I couldn't believe it. God, I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. I mean,
instead,
I was believing it just because you believed in it so much. But at the same time, it is far fetched. To just, but at the same time, it's not, because it's like there's been build for it. Yeah, that's why I believe it.
Wrong. I guess it's not going to happen. Because this was it. This was the latest that I thought it would happen.
Yeah, and get for SummerSlam
ultimately,
match.
I guess they could have Jericho could come back on SmackDown, because, I mean, he is on SmackDown. Remember that. I think that was a big reason for him getting switched to SmackDown, because he'll be back. But will it be for SummerSlam?
I don't think so.
It doesn't seem like it. But I don't want to see Owens versus Styles again at SummerSlam. I just don't. I want to see something bigger for both guys. I think Owens could be bumped into a feud with Jericho. God damn, it's got to be Jericho. Jericho has to come back and fight him at SummerSlam.
I don't know. It's kind of looking like it's just going to be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. How do you know how long there is until SummerSlam?
August 20th.
Okay.
So a month.
Yeah, about a month. So like 4 shows. I don't know. I mean, things could change for sure, but I don't know. For this match, it seems like things aren't going to change. Yeah. At least not right now. There's no way.
I don't know. SummerSlam's so up in the air for me right now. I just don't know what matches are going to happen at all.
No. You're right.
Because like a month ago, everybody was saying, okay, we're going to get Reigns and fucking... well, before that even, it was going to be Strowman and Lesnar, it seemed. Then Reigns and Lesnar. Mm-hmm. And now fucking... It doesn't... I don't know. It seems like I guess we'll get that, but... I don't know.
I don't even care to see Reigns and Lesnar.
You know what? If they're getting it out of the way, then cool. But if Reigns wins and then they just save the rematch for WrestleMania, then what the fuck? Especially if Lesnar wins the Rumble.
Lesnar cannot win the Rumble. That would be so disappointing.
I would just think, what the fuck, WWE? Why not build a guy that's going to stay?
The Rumble, going to be in Philadelphia. Same place we were last night. Yeah. They said that.
Nice job, Slew.
Yeah.
Let's go to the segue. Well, or not really a segue. Just bringing up a point.
Bringing up a point. But that match was good. They had back and forth, and then Owens walked out the champ, took it back.
Yeah.
So they're going back and forth with the title, playing a bit of hot potato, and I guess we'll probably we're going to see him fight again.
And Styles can say he won the U.S. title now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at the lineage that I think. Well, look at what all that Owens has done in his short time in WWE. NXT champ, 2-time Intercontinental champ, 3-time U.S. champ, and the 2nd ever Universal champ.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens really is just molding into a legend.
It's pretty crazy.
Give him a tag belt, and he's got the fucking Grand Slam.
It's just, other than him, especially when he first came in, Seth Rollins, was Seth Rollins a heel at the time?
Yeah.
Then Seth Rollins would be the only other person that was as good of a heel as him. Even him just coming in. You know? Like, literally right when he came in, he's just the best heel. I mean, it's just, I could not see him as a face. That's going to be a hard one. Because it may end up happening.
If he ever teams with Sammy.
Yeah, not anytime soon. But that'd be a hard one to see.
He is one of those guys that's just hard to see.
Yeah, he's so heel.
Who else is like that for you? You got anybody? I thought that about Braun, but now they kind of have him as a tweener.
I don't know. I don't think that I would like Braun as a face because it would just make him seem stupid rather than angry. To me,
they would.
Yes, but
put him in Knucklehead too.
I think I don't know. No, there aren't many people like that. Samoa Joe doesn't seem two-faced to me.
Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's like the main one. I just
Shinsuke.
I feel like people would hate that guy.
It'd be hard for me to imagine Shinsuke is a face or a heel.
Yeah, I can see it. I was actually thinking last night.
I think they should turn him heel.
Okay, JBL. I think they should change it.
I know. I think that I don't necessarily see it because I like him so much, and I've only seen him as a face. But we've seen it with The Rock, and we've seen it with Seth Rollins to a point. You know, like it made him bigger, but not like everybody already liked him. But that could really be Shinsuke could do the same thing as Seth Rollins, essentially. You know?
Yeah.
He's already well liked. Go heel, and everybody's gonna go fucking crazy, and then go face again, and then everybody's just still loves you.
That's what everybody. Well, not necessarily that, but that's what people are expecting to happen to Reigns. You know?
No, Reigns
not getting the reaction you want as a babyface. You go heel, you get real well liked, then you go back babyface.
Man,
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I just don't.
Reigns is the best heel.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
He's ended the Undertaker's career. Think about how many people have said not even said that they would do that. Because think of all the people that turned down any of the streak.
Yeah.
My God bless.
I don't know, dude. It's just weird. I don't like the whole... I don't know. But we'll move up to a guy that, speaking of hard to see somebody turn heel, we're moving on to Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. It was a pretty long match, it felt like. But it was pretty good. They did a lot of stuff. It took a while for them to get the flags down, and then they each got their flags to the top of the stage, or the ramp, and then they fought at the top of the ramp for a while.
It was I'll be honest, I don't remember this one too much.
Yeah.
I kind of dozed off.
It was pretty good. I mean,
it was a hard night at work.
It really wasn't too overly exciting because we've seen them fight.
Yeah.
I think some of the stuff was a bit cheesy, which means that it's obviously choreographed if it's cheesy. And, I don't know. John Cena won. I guess you give John Cena the win. It's his return to pay-per-views. But isn't it Rusev's return to pay-per-views, too?
Yeah, but at least he didn't take a pinfall loss, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
It was just a flag match.
He went through those 2 tables that he set up.
But hopefully, it seems like that could carry on, too. Another match with just a finish that had a finish, but, I mean, Rusev could come out and say, "You never pinned me." So, I don't want to see that at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of these matches again at SummerSlam.
I don't want to see any of them again. Except for maybe New Day and Usos. I'll be honest. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a very good match, but... Yeah, you're right, because I don't really see how that would change.
I mean, Owens and Styles, you're going to get a good match.
Yeah, that's one good thing.
I just want to see these guys lock up with people I ain't seen them really lock up with too many times on these big stages.
Yeah.
Remember Kevin Owens fighting Cesaro at SummerSlam 2 years ago? I thought that was pretty cool. Because he had just finished the feud with Cena, and I thought that was going to keep going to SummerSlam. But then he fought Cesaro. And it wasn't too hot of a feud. But it was like, that's pretty cool. Seeing these guys fight before fucking Taker and Lesnar.
Seeing Cesaro fight anybody's always cool, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel you. I mean, I want to see Shinsuke feud with both of these guys. But they're not going away. And that's... Wrestling magic is really a large portion making us wait.
Actually, I guess it'll wait. I mean, I've already seen AJ versus Shinsuke, too. I do want it, but that is the match I want to see at SummerSlam. Talk about just like an obvious show stealer.
Yeah.
It'd be so crazy.
That's going to be a huge match. When it comes. I think they might wait to put gold on the match, though.
Well, I mean...
Like, not mid-card gold, but like the big boy gold.
Yeah. Sometimes WWE jumps the gun on stuff. Look at Battleground 1 year ago. The main event was the Shield Triple Threat. A match that people were like, that's going to main event Mania someday. That's going to main event Mania someday. And now, you know what? You know who people are dying to see Ambrose main event Mania against? Fucking nobody. They fucked up.
Yeah, I don't care about Dean Ambrose.
Rollins, he's got a bunch of... Him versus Styles, that could main event Mania for me.
Yeah.
Reigns, people ain't really too keen on seeing him in another main event this year.
Oh, no.
So, I mean...
Hell
really,
no. Nobody.
They had an out there. They could have got all those guys a main event at
Mania. Yeah. But, we'll move on to two guys that deserve a main event at Mania. Sami Zayn and Mike Kanellis.
Sami Zayn and Mike Kanellis. Oh, wait. So, Cena got the win.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
No, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. We did.
But Cena got the win by
putting that
flag post.
Putting that flag in there. And then we got Sami versus Mike.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
America wins.
Not surprising.
Anyways, we're going to move on to Sami and Mike. A good little bout.
Sami and Mike.
A better match than they had on SmackDown.
Definitely
made Mike Kanellis look a lot better, a lot more legible as a contender.
He's a very good wrestler.
I thought the straight white and pink looked better.
Yeah, that definitely looked a lot better.
I didn't like the black, red, and pink.
It looked stitched together last time. Like Kane style almost.
Yeah. But I like this more.
The match is good. They both worked very well. It's two very good workers. You know, the whole time they're just everything that they do looks very solid.
Yeah, it really does.
So,
I mean, you got to think about it.
Enjoyable.
This is the guy that TNA was really investing in and like putting a lot in.
And they should.
Like a year and a half.
He was like
ago.
their Rollins. That's how I saw him.
Oh, exactly. He had this almost a simultaneous career as Rollins to me.
Other than he had a woman.
Actually, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Let me hit this.
Very Miz-ish. Very Miz-ish.
They kind of... TNA kind of had a Rollins before Rollins, if you think about it. EC3.
You think?
He was never a part of the stable, but he came in, was protected by authority.
Yeah.
And the rise to the top, finally got there, then eventually turned babyface.
TNA's just so
and then
much
they did it
smaller.
again. They did it again with Bennett. Like, he was just on the rise as a heel.
It's just crazy to think of how much smaller TNA is, or GFW Impact, in the sense that they were. And EC3 is a good wrestler, has a good look, and he was winning their main championships. But still, their program compared to WWE is so small that like it doesn't even matter. You know, it literally didn't even matter that they were putting him over so heavily. Rollins getting put over was just way bigger. You know, like you could see Seth Rollins.
Everything you do is going to be on a larger scale.
I know. I'm just saying how crazy that is.
Yeah.
Like in the difference, because EC3 is not a bad wrestler by any means.
That's true.
But
that's true.
Mike Bennett's very good. He's a very good wrestler. Like you said, maybe a little flab hanging over there. Which, hey, we are not in too great of shape, but we're not professional wrestlers.
Yeah. Not saying he's like fat or
out
of shape or anything.
Not by any means.
Like when he's breathing out and you see the flab hanging over.
It's just weird.
It's not like a
yeah,
big,
who cares?
It's not Cassius Ohno.
It's a nitpick.
I'm just saying one thing I saw.
And he's with a very beautiful woman, and their gimmick is that they're very good looking.
Oh, yeah.
So you would think that he wants to lose that. But either way, he looks great. Dude looks great. He reminds me of Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
And Maria got involved in the match too, a little bit, and it was good. And who got the win?
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. 50-50.
A little bit of 50-50 booking here. Sami Zayn coming out on top by a haluva kick. You see, she got in the ring and stopped him from doing the exploder in the corner, which was weird because it was like she got behind him, so Sammy really didn't know she was there.
Yeah, he could have.
And the ref had to be like, "Stop, Sammy! Stop, Sammy!"
Yeah. Did he act like... I didn't catch that. Did he act like he knew she was there? Because I know that's kind of a thing where you're not supposed to see what's behind you.
Yeah, the ref had to have said something.
Yeah.
Like, the ref had to have been like, "Stop!"
Yeah. Well...
I mean, I'll watch it again.
Hit him with the good old haluva kick.
Yeah.
Very good move. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And
I'll be honest, Mike Kanellis isn't a guy that needs to come in and just be on this hot streak like
No,
Shinsuke.
he doesn't need it.
He can take a loss, and he has a mouth to talk his way out of.
He's got a gimmick. His gimmick is great. There's no one else like it except for The Miz and Maurice. And still, it's different. It's different, and it's fresher. And it's hot. Not hot, like, okay. That sounds weird.
You're going to have a good old time.
Anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, that was it, and Sammy got the win, and they'll probably keep on fighting. Why not?
Sammy did get
Sammy might get a woman. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Oh, that's got to happen.
Yeah, I'd say.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, she keeps getting in the way.
The slew. The goddamn slew. Wow,
that's the only thing.
We're going to put that on shirts.
That's pretty much like the whole setup for this feud it kind of sees is Sammy getting a woman.
Who would you give to him? Fucking Bailey. That can't happen.
She's on Raw.
But imagine that. Like, these two happy-go-lucky underdogs.
Yeah, that'd be obnoxious.
Like,
they could be the most obnoxious team ever.
Sammy would be like, golly gee, I want to kiss you, but I just don't feel like it's right. Like, I've never had that happen to me before.
It's just Sami Zayn with Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
Or Mickey Mouse.
That was Sami Zayn, the second one. The first one was Bailey.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That was a lie.
Yeah.
That was a ruse.
I really don't know who. I could see out of the women that are there, Becky. Becky Lynch and
it.
him, meshed perfectly. And they even, beforehand, remember they were talking whenever Becky went that ladder, the whole Ellsworth stuff?
That might have been a bit...
They were talking.
Who knows if that was a little hint, I guess.
Either way, they seem like they're friends, at least.
Because she was like, golly gee, I'm just down on my luck.
Yeah.
And he was like, golly gee.
Yeah, that ain't all you gotta be down on, boo.
Golly gee. Golly gee.
Does he say that a lot?
No, but he should.
Well,
because he's a hokey.
We got to break onto this. We got 5 minutes left. Breezango, not much happened. The Ascension came in, said it was them. They were lying, so perhaps they're working for someone. Then the lights flickered, and Fandango, they were both knocked out. The camera falls on the ground, shows them in a Dutch tilt, and they're freaking just laying unconscious, and then Fandango gets dragged away.
Yeah, that was a cool little Blair Witch angle at the end. That's the only thing I liked about that at all. Only thing.
I mean, I like the fact that
Battleground,
they're kidnapping.
I definitely thought there'd be more climactic.
Yes.
Hey, I get it. The mystery goes on.
Yeah,
we'll have
you got
something else in 2 nights. But whatever. Anyway, we're going to go on to the main
I thought
event.
the Ascension stuff was funny, though.
The Ascension is doing a great job in their role.
They're really funny guys.
Whatever. If they really keep that up, then they could get their own TV show, let's be honest.
All right, so we're going on to the main event.
Okay.
Good segue. Randy Orton versus the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, in a Punjabi prison match. 1 man leaves. 2 men entered. I said that backwards. I'm sorry. But anyway, what'd you think? Hard hitting.
Honestly, really exciting.
Elusive.
It was really good. I thought they did... Once they got out of the first structure, I thought it went way longer. And
they did a lot.
It went way longer after they got out of the first one than I thought it would.
Me too.
And it actually stayed entertaining. It was really exciting. I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen next.
It was all quite fluent. It didn't look like it was set up,
Yeah.
Piece by piece by piece. You couldn't really tell. It fused into each other rather than this happened, this happened, this happened. It was very well done.
And they did a good job making it seem like they were really trying to... it was a competition to get out. They were really trying to... They got it across that they were stopping each other from getting out.
Yeah.
They didn't want it to be easy on each other.
No.
It was really hard hitting. Like you said, I enjoyed it.
The Singh brother went through a table.
Oh my God.
So high up.
What a moment for him. He got to the back and everyone was like, holy shit,
what do you think it was?
kid.
13 feet up? It probably wasn't 15 feet up. We're rounding here.
Dude, I would say 15.
Well, okay, but wouldn't you say that they're saying that the structure is 15 feet high? And he wasn't at the tippy top.
Okay, well, I don't know.
I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking again.
You're right. 13 feet, 15 feet, though. He fell far as shit.
Yes,
he could have broke his neck.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was a good fall. It was probably about 10 feet. Probably about 10 feet, because the table's up off the ground, too.
No, not 10
So that eliminates about 4 feet.
Because, no, 10 feet.
So 3 feet minus 3 feet, that's 6 feet.
3 feet minus 3 feet is 0 feet.
I don't know. Either way, it was a good fall.
It
was a very good fall. I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying, I don't know if they say stuff, but it was a very good fall, and he took it very well, and he spun
Shane
oddly.
Mack jumped 20 feet.
Yeah.
That was not half of what Shane jumped. That was at least 3/4 of what
it was.
Shane jumped.
It was good. It was very good, and I have respect for the guy that did it. I'm not bashing him in any way. I enjoyed it. It was very
you are
blood raising.
You're a bashing brother. That's what you are.
But Randy Orton was on his way to win. He is head up there. Jinder on the ground. He's down. He got hit with that DDT.
Yeah, he got hit with the DDT. They also did the Colossus into the RKO. Oh, that looked cool.
Yeah, you're right.
And they hadn't done that yet. It's like they waited for this. That was neat. But then the fucking Great Khali.
Great Khali came out.
How exciting. I really did not know.
Giant chin.
No one thought that was going to happen at all.
Straight black pants.
Because no one thought they need another person in their group. Because they don't really need it. But then they got it, and he's a giant. So he'll be on SmackDown now. We'll see how that progresses. Could go into a feud with Randy Orton. He was wearing his black pants. Was not wearing the Punjabi Playboy stuff. That was great.
Yes.
He came out to Mahal's song, so it kept it a surprise. And I dig it because that was cool. And I was like, I don't know, it's got to be Khali. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, and it was. But that's all. The Great Khali stopped Randy Orton, and we have Jinder Mahal as a champion still.
Thanks,
So, Maharaja, congrats. And that's all, wrestling fans. Thanks for listening, and good morning.